Alright, welcome back to another episode of Dutch Guy's Garage. On this episode, we're going to be continuing our 1977 Dodge Aspen project.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. Life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards a grave.
What do you say we get thrown out of an Applebee's?
So for those that tuned in to the last episode, oh, loud furnace. Sorry. Oh yeah, we got heat now too as well. Modern amenities and such. For those that tuned in to the last episode, we're going to be working on our 1977 Dodge Aspen. This car was was our first Aspen. It's been sitting on the back burner for 10 years. So, in the drive to have a new road race car, we are going to be resurrecting it. Step one, it's going to be making it solid. So, this fine specimen of an automobile, she's got rot, like they all do, and it's had a lot of custom things done to it over the years, like using a torch to cut a hole in the transmission tunnel for a shifter. But as you can see over there, it's got Bluetooth. It's got Bluetooth floor. So we're going to put a new floor pan in it today and get rid of all this horrible, like, carpet foam from the 80s. It's terrible. No shag in this one. So let's get this thing up into a work spot where it can't catch anything on fire, and let's do some cutting. Alright, well, we're back. It's not the next day or the same day, but it's one of those other days. So that night we determined that after cutting the old floor pan out, that this thing's kind of a lost cause.
Shit'll buff out.
Don't bother.
So, I'll show you how far we got. See, we got the floor pan in there. We did a couple plug welds, but this area here, she's a little junk, and she's a little junk back there too. And I was thinking, hey, you got a spare rear floor pan? Nope, passenger side. And so I don't feel like messing with that. And we start digging into more and more of the rust situation. And it's not good. None of it is really good. Yes, that's holage. So, yeah. And it's gooder on the other side, but not great. So, decisions have to be made. And at this point, I think we're going to abandon this whole section here. So, we're not going to be putting a floor pan in this thing because it's a waste of time. How much more rust there is? I mean, look at that. There's a lot. And yeah, I don't feel like doing all the metal work to this. So instead we're going to do a lot more metal work. We're going to pull the windshield, we're going to pull the doors, and we're basically going to cut this thing right in here. We're going to cut the whole car right in half. It's going to be fine. So my thinking is, we have a perfectly good, well, many perfectly good M bodies at the local junkyard, and hopefully the humming from the furnace isn't driving you guys nuts, but it is what it is. We have perfectly good M bodies at the junkyard. We can kind of just slice her right in there and preserve all this B-pillar, and at the same time getting rid of all the rust in here and up there and over there and underneath. We're just gonna cut this whole thing right in half, but we're going to fix it. I know, this sounds like one of those projects that will never get done. But next weekend, we have a date with the junkyard. We're going to go get that said car. And we're going to get rid of all this nonsense. The hacked K-frame. We're not going to keep the manual brakes, so I'm thinking. Maybe. We'll think about it. Okay, but we're just going to get rid of all this nonsense. That's what it is. It's just nonsense. It's crap. And then we got really bored, since that wasn't progressing. And we got to thinking that, yeah, we got we got Super Coopage over there, and we got some 43-inch over there. But, I'd like to put like an 18 by 14-inch wheel on this car. And yeah, we're already going to tub it and everything, but what if we just made this whole thing 6 inches wider overall? So, yeah. We started playing around with figuring out we're going to do that, because we got a whole bunch of fenders, and the fender's halfway to the way of getting a quarter, so why not just make her all come back? It's going to be custom with a K. So, yeah. Probably see you guys in the next one where we're going to start actually cutting this thing in half, bringing home the junkyard car, and cutting that in half. It's Michigan now, so the weather has turned, of course. It is now not sunshine and foliage anymore. It actually turned last Thursday into crap. So now it's Christmas time, I guess. Yes, that's my truck. I put Christmas lights on it. Deal with it. Makes the kid happy. But yeah. That's the general idea. It's my thinking at the moment. So, I mean, it'll either go horribly wrong or horribly right. As long as you do a whole bunch of measuring, it should go horribly right. So, see you guys in the next one. This is Dutch Guy's Garage. We're doing dumb things.